battery's running low.
Oh well.
So what's the worst that can happen?
All right. It dies.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? Because this new camera I have, the cord is too small for me to plug it in.
Oh jeez.
Because I mean, all it is a USB extender, but they could have at least given me like an extra foot or something. Christ.
Something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, we're a little late on this one.
Yeah, we saw this about a week ago.
Yeah, Get Out. We saw it, and then unfortunately I had something big to do early Sunday morning, and then we went out after the movie, and it got late, so we never got around to doing this. So we're finally going to talk about it.
Yep.
And we also saw Logan, so we'll talk about that next.
Exactly.
I'll probably put these up at the same time.
Mm.
So Get Out was fucked up.
Yeah, it was, but it was... I enjoyed the hell out of that movie.
I did too, man.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was probably the most satisfying third act to a movie I've seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Especially for a horror movie.
Yes.
We should try and avoid too many spoilers, although I'm sure a lot of people have seen it already.
Yeah, at this point we're a week late.
Yeah, well, I've seen some people put up reviews a little later, so
yeah,
should be fine.
I know Andre put out like just a total spoiler-free review. He didn't do one with spoilers for this.
Yeah, he got to see it a little earlier.
Yeah.
Benefits of being a successful YouTuber.
Yes.
Anyway.
We love you, Andre, but anyway.
Me too. Anyway, this was done by Jordan Peele.
Yes.
Of Key and Peele, who usually do comedy.
Yep,
but
however.
Yeah, my God, he knows horror. He knows his horror.
I remember there was a Reddit AMA with him, and it's just like, what was it like with the doing the transition from comedy to horror? And he's just like, dude, horror is my favorite genre. Are you kidding me? And it clearly shows in this movie.
You know what, though? After seeing this movie, I started to think about it, and because I loved Key and Peele. I love the show on Comedy Central. Now that I've seen that movie, I'm starting to realize a lot of the shit in that show was kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
When you really think about it.
Yeah.
Like the two guys that couldn't escape the party.
Yeah.
They were like trapped in an eternal party. They tried to kill themselves and they just showed up there again.
Yeah.
It was.
Or what was my other one? The one with the telemarketers.
Yeah.
Like they're just threatening him over the phone. It's like, I'm in your house, and it's just like the end is just like, these new call scripts are great.
Yeah. Although they're still pretty funny.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bits of theirs, though, was Michael Winslow and Bobby McFerrin having a sound effects battle.
I missed that one.
Oh, we'll see. We'll look and see if it's on YouTube later. It's so good, and it made me a little bit more enthusiastic about the fact that they want to reboot Police Academy because Key does a really good Michael Winslow.
Oh, wow.
Or at least he does the sound effects well. So if they're gonna do Police Academy, I'm all for it.
Okay.
So, but anyway, let's talk about the movie.
Yes. So
how do we talk about this without giving everything away?
Yeah, that's really the hard part. There's no way to avoid spoilers in a review like this. So
all right, we'll
put up the spoiler warning anyway. We'll try to avoid it, but we'll see what happens.
So yeah, I think most people know the story by now. Sky dates a girl and he goes to see.
Yeah, it's an interracial relationship.
Yeah, and he's like unsure if the parents are gonna be okay, and
okay with it.
And then at first they seem like nice.
They're friendly, but they're like way too friendly.
Yeah,
to the point of that where it's obviously creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's been comparing this movie to the Stepford Wives.
Although, not really. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very distinct in its own right.
But
it's the same basic idea, I guess. Maybe.
Not really.
Although considering the big reveal at the end, like what's really going on.
Yeah.
That's when it diverges from that.
Yeah. In a big way.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So oh man, this is hard.
Yeah, there's no way we're gonna be able to do this without spoiling.
All right, we're gonna spoil the movie.
Yeah.
Well, before we spoil the movie, it was great. Go see it. If you don't want it spoiled, shut the video off right now.
Exactly.
So we'll go
Our usual warning.
So, yeah, the family is part of this group, I guess, that created some kind of program where
the coagula
the
technique.
Which is a horrible name.
It's a terrible name. It's basically like, yes, it's a blood clot. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's disgusting, just like what happens in this movie.
Yes.
Here's the thing, though. At first, because they established the mother is like a hypnotist, a hypnotherapist.
Hypnotherapist.
And she was the one, who kind of started the whole thing with the whole process where they lure black people, I guess, out, and the daughter lures them out.
Yes,
that's the big.
Yeah,
reveal.
and a lot of people are like, me included, are just like, I know that bitch is in on it.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way she could have not been in on it. And what kills me is that he even discovers that she was in on it, and he's like trying to like escape with her, and I'm like,
exactly.
Dude,
it's like,
bail!
Yeah,
just fucking jump out the window if you have to. Get out of there!
Rifle through her purse for those fucking keys and get the fuck
out.
I
think that was my one problem. It's like he knew he discovered that she was behind the whole thing. And he was like, "Come on, we gotta go. We gotta go. Well, why are you going with? Why are you dragging her with you? She did it. She's the one."
Exactly. So before we get into that whole part of the movie, let's go through it step by step. So it starts out with them going out, going up there, and while they're up there, they hit a deer.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this cop comes onto the side of the road, and the whole thing, and then he asks for his ID, and so she gets all defensive about it. Of course, you don't know at that point that she's in on it.
Yeah, but she was covering her ass. That was basically what she was doing.
Basically what it was. It's just because it's like she makes it look like she's sticking up for her man, but in reality, she's making sure like they don't leave a paper trail.
It makes me wonder though, because
which is brilliant and it's like still kind of
we never saw that cop again.
No, we didn't.
So I'm wondering if that was just some random, unrelated racist cop, or if he was some guy that was planted there to just make her look better.
I don't know. I don't know how deep it goes.
Yeah,
I really think it was just some king shit cop in the middle of nowhere.
It could have been, but it just considering how this movie played out,
Yeah.
But yeah, so it turns out that she had been luring black people to this community, and the mother, who's a hypnotherapist, has been hypnotizing them.
Yes.
And then you see like. They're like the housemaid and the
Walter and Georgina, who were ungodly creepy.
Yeah, especially her. Like her in general. Like I think just with the cinematography around her.
Yeah, Georgina was
particularly
terrifying.
Because there was a lot of like close-ups of her face, and she had like that
unnerving smile.
Yeah, and those big eyes like.
Well, Walter too. Whenever when he talked to when Chris talked to him, the boyfriend talked to him, it's like how you doing? It's like, what do you think of Rose? It's just like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
And when you find out what's really going on, it's even more creepy.
Okay, because first of all, and especially the way this movie came off, it seemed like they were just being hypnotized, they put into some sort of deep hypnotherapy.
Yes.
To become, their servants.
The sunken place.
It turns out, however, that her dad is a neurosurgeon, and they were hypnotizing them to the point where they were just sort of sunk into their own subconscious.
Yeah, they're basically watching their lives through a window.
Yeah, you ever see Being John Malkovich?
Yes.
kind of
like that.
It's kind of like that.
Funny.
Yeah, it's not funny at all. No. So. They were transplanting their brains into the heads of the black people, because they're like, well, we appreciate how strong you are and how great you are.
Yeah. And you're better at everything. Basically, they fetishize black people, which which is still racism, just on the complete polar opposite end.
I mean, it got really bad because they had like a house party, and they were like whenever he was like meeting people, they were like touching his arms, like, "Ooh, look at that!" And
I know, and like asking Rose, like, "Well, is he better?" It's just like, what the like?
Man,
and the other guy who's just like, black is back in fashion. And it's just like, that's the one thing I love about this movie, is that everything everybody says has weight and actually comes back around in the end.
Yes.
So
because when they say black is in fashion, they kind of...
Which is alluding to, like, hey, we want to put our brains in your body.
We had no idea how deep that went.
It was fucked, man.
So I guess we could talk about some of the characters in the movie. First of all, there was her brother, who...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what was his name?
I forgot his name.
I don't remember his name. When I first saw him in the movie, I thought it was Macaulay Culkin.
But it was
not. Because he kind of looks like Macaulay Culkin as he looks right now, which would have been a very interesting comeback for him.
I forget the actor's name off the top of my head, but he played Banshee in X-Men First Class, if you want to look him up.
Yeah, but my God, he was creepy.
Yes, he was. And that was another thing where it's going back to the whole thing we said earlier when he's talking to Chris about MMA. And it's just like, yeah, with your genetic makeup, dude, you could be a fucking beast. And it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah. And what was good is that they kind of made it come off like he had like personal problems.
Yeah.
And it distracted from everything else because when he left the dinner table in that one scene, he like grabbed the bottle of wine and he walked off. So they're like, clearly he's an alcoholic. Nope, he's just as fucked up as the rest of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So also there was we can't not mention the best character in the movie.
Rodney.
T.S. motherfucking A.
Yes.
Another great thing about this movie is that while it was a horror movie, it was still pretty funny.
Yeah, and Rodney was pretty much most of the levity
He
of the
was
movie.
one of the best comic reliefs I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Because he helped alleviate some of that tension.
Yeah, and this movie's rife with tension, so every time Rodney shows up, you're just
thank God. Rodney, make me laugh.
Basically, he's Chris's friend, and he's the one who starts asking questions when he goes missing.
Yeah.
And ultimately tracks him down.
Yeah. And what's kind of hilarious, but also kind of fucked up, is that he went to the police, and he showed, because there was another guy there who apparently they knew, who had also been...
Yeah, that was Andre.
Yeah, Andre.
And he's the one who pretty much sets off the whole plot, because he's there with this much older woman, much older white woman, and she's showing him off to everybody. And then there's the point where Chris takes a picture of him, and it flashes, and for a second Andre's personality comes back to the surface, and he tells Chris to get the fuck out.
Yeah, he freaks out.
Yeah.
But they figure this out, and Rodney goes to the police with this legitimate missing persons case, and he presents it to them, and he kind of goes off and say, "Oh, this is a conspiracy," and blah blah, which is
they're using them as sex slaves. I'm telling you.
Which to be fair, that's coming off as pretty crazy.
Yeah, but know what? He's not wrong.
He's not wrong
in a sense.
The police don't know that he's not wrong.
Yeah.
But they laugh at him, even though this is a legitimate missing persons case, which the police should be handling. And just so nobody pulls the whole racial thing, the cops were all black, and they laughed at him. So it's not like you can say, "Oh, they were white, so they're not going to care." But no, they were black people. They should have at least cared that there was a missing person, and they may have found the missing person. You know?
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, he was great. He worked for the TSA, and he's pretty much the hero of this movie.
He really is. But
which is good PR for the TSA, considering how people kind of view them.
Yeah, but
the other character that was really good was the person. What was the main character's name?
Chris.
Chris. The person who bought Chris in the auction.
Oh yeah, the blind art dealer.
Yeah, because
and you really think that he's like the only stand-up okay guy in this whole thing, and nope, even him.
Because he meets Chris sees him at the party, and he recognizes him, and he goes, "Well, I know who you are," because Chris was a photographer.
You have an eye for detail.
And he says, "I'm blind, but I have my assistants describe your work to me, and I love what you do." And they kind of have a moment, too. Like, they're sitting next to each other. And
they kind of really connect.
They connected.
And you think, okay, this guy's
And you know what? What I thought was going to happen was, I thought that he was going to... because they were having an auction for him, and then he was the one who bought Chris.
Yeah.
So I thought that maybe he was trying to save him. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's like he's... I don't want to see this happen to you. You have a talent for photography. You're a great artist.
Yeah.
Nope. Turns out he wants, because he was blind, he
wanted Chris's eyes.
Yeah, he wants his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
he even says it too, and like when Chris is put under and he's in that room and they're showing him the video and he shows up and he's just like, I don't care what color your skin is, I just want your eyes, man.
It didn't matter to him. He was blind.
Yeah, he was blind, but
yeah, wow.
But still,
everything in this movie just fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
As much as I love Jordan Peele's comedy, if he does another horror movie, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, that movie freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah, just not just the sound cues and the cinematography and just
it's a movie that relies on very few jump scares, but the ones that are in there are effective. Like when he's walking through the house to get a smoke, and Georgina just passes by in the background.
I was gonna say that's probably like the one jump scare. One bad jump scare, except for the deer. The deer also kind of.
Yeah, the deer.
But that one in particular, they played a music cue during that, and I don't know what it was, but I heard it in my skull.
It was like a piano skull.
Ah!
It was a really high piano skull.
Ow!
Because I remember that.
Yeah, like wow, that was a very, very high pitched note. And
so, Chris is in the third act of the movie. Chris is put under.
Yeah.
And Missy, the way she hypnotizes him and gets him to black out is she just taps this like teacup a couple of times.
Yeah.
And that puts him under.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts because of his he has a nicotine addiction. He smokes cigarettes all the time. When he doesn't get one, he starts scratching, and he started scratching at the on the leather in the armchair he was sitting in, to the point where all the stuffing came out. And so like he pretended that he was put under.
Yeah.
And then when the son came to get him up to have his brain transplant done, he gets up and thwacks the dude in the back of the head.
Yeah.
He stuffed
the croquet ball.
Yeah. He stuffed the filling from the woolen filling from the chair in his ears to block out the sound.
So he couldn't hear the.
And
sound.
Then he proceeds to fuck up every member of the fucking deer head.
It's so good. The deer head, that's one of my favorite horror kills in a while.
Yeah, he basically just rams a deer head into the father's torso, Dean.
Yeah.
Just goes, and just like pins him there.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
And he goes after the mom, too. Cause
they both stare at the teacup, and he gets to it first and smashes
it. He's like, well,
yep.
That's it.
Meanwhile, while all this is going on, Rose is upstairs, and that's the most fucked up part to me of this movie.
Oh, yeah.
When she's picking her next victim, she just does a Google search for top NCAA prospects, which I didn't realize. I read about it later. One of the pictures that she's looking at is Key.
Really?
He was one of the.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a neat little Easter egg.
Yeah. So she's got headphones on, but it's really creepy because
she's eating Fruit Loops, like
one at a time, dry,
and then
just
drinking milk. Which no.
But even worse, did you look in the background at the pictures she had?
No.
They were all the pictures that Chris found. She framed them.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know where she found that. Well, I guess because in the time that he was put under, all those pictures of all the other people she lured in, she framed them and put them up in her room.
Ooh.
Which is, Rose was definitely the most fucked up out of all of them.
Yeah.
She didn't look at it at first. And that's the one thing that was really brilliant about that, and really even more fucked up about her, is that anytime Chris came to her, it's like she was fucking gaslighting him the whole time.
Yeah. Definitely.
So it's like anytime it's just like, yeah, there's something weird going on. It's like, no, it's all in your mind, baby.
Well, yeah, so that was Get Out.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything left to say about it. Yeah,
it's good. Go fucking see it.
Yeah, and it had a very satisfying conclusion, especially we've seen so many horror movies where like it's open-ended or
it has a bad
ending or whatever. Because even like Don't Breathe, the guy lived.
Yeah.
After all that shit. What else have we seen recently?
Yeah, Don't Breathe was good too. I love that movie.
The Witch, the Vivitch.
The Vivitch.
That had a weird ending.
Yeah, that had a downer ending.
But yeah, this one had a very satisfying ending.
Yes, it did. Like I said, it was one of the most sad. Like seriously, the whole theater was cheering when he just went when Chris finally broke out.
Because fuck those people.
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck them and their ridiculous cult or whatever the hell shit that they were doing. God damn. Well, All I can say is the bar has been set. Oh, my phone just updated. My phone updated. That was the sound of the bar being set.
Jump scare.
Yeah.
But yeah, seriously though, that movie was insanely good.
All right, I don't know if there's anything left to say about it, but yeah, it was great.
For a first Tar outing, it was very well done.
Yeah. Good luck to him.
Yes.
Hopefully he's got many more under his belt. And hopefully they get to the Police Academy reboot, because I'm actually kind of excited for that. I'll show you the video as soon as we're done.
Okay.
And then all right, so that's it for Get Out. We're gonna talk about Logan, so we'll be right back.
All right.